What is up, everyone? Back at you again with another video, and before today's episode begins, I just want to say that this episode was an absolute pain to get out. Let's just say my mic's audio went to tottery throughout the whole video, and when I watched the footage back, there was crackling noises basically the whole time, and I knew it would not be fun for anyone to watch. And since I saved the game halfway through the video, I was only able to record the other half of the video. So for the first half of the game, so that you don't hear obnoxious noises constantly, I've muted the audio of the original recording, but you guys can still hear my commentary throughout, and it will all return to normal once the game has been saved. Also, I have an announcement at the end of the video, so keep hyped for that, and with nothing else to say, let's go. Alright, so we just go ahead to the faculty office. I'm pretty sure it is right here. Oh wait, no. Nah, there it was. Alright. And we're just gonna get some shite from our homeroom teacher for being late. And we're gonna be honest and tell her that we were in a castle, even though it's very believable. And we get to introduce ourselves to our new class very soon. And the teacher's telling us not to hang out with Ryuji because apparently he's trouble. Well, so is Joker. It's alright, I'll be completely serious with the class. I'll just tell them that I have like 50 billion packs of marijuana in my pocket or something, I don't know. It's not true, but I'll tell him that. And as you can see, everyone is chatting and calling us insane. I also mentioned that the transfer student's name is Mike Oxlong. And the teacher said that out loud. And I will say it out loud too. Just for anyone that's interested. See, there's the girl, the nonce he had in his car. Yeah, he's been getting involved with some business, we'll call it, with her. I don't actually know if she consented to any of it, but probably not. I mean, this is a nonce we're talking about. See that kid right there, he's all beat up. He goes to sports practice with the nonce, and I think it was in the second episode we saw that the nonce also likes beating kids, as well as simping for them. He beats them. Alright, Joker's really starting to sound like he's on drugs right now, because he just asked if the school's a castle. Okay, if Sojiro's angry at us for being late, we're not gonna head straight home. We want to do everything that is not to go home, because we'll just catch more shite. Well, that is never mentioned ever again. Ryuji stays blonde for the rest of the game. Don't get why that's a rule though. Maybe it was black before and like you're not allowed to dye or something. But it's never mentioned again. Oh, here's the nonce. Revisit of him for this episode. Here we go. Ryuji wanted to meet us on the rooftop, which is actually off limits. You're not supposed to go there, but we will anyway. And I don't think we ever actually find out what happens if you get caught on the rooftop. I mean, we do get caught eventually, but it's by another student, and as far as I know, they don't snitch. But yeah, we're not supposed to be here. Don't know why he called us here instead of just, you know, leaving school and talking about stuff there. Yeah, rumors. More like a lot of truth. A lot of very ugly truth. Well, no one says anything against him because he'll snap their legs. I mean, we've already seen it happen. Well, we didn't see it, but like, it happened. Kamoshida, he broke Ryuji's leg for some reason. And somehow he is still able to run perfectly fine in the palace, isn't that? Alright, that is the end of the first school day. Nothing much really, just say hello to everyone in your new class who you won't talk to for the next year. And we're gonna catch some more shite from Sojiro. You see, ditched half a day, it's a bit extreme way to put it. Yes, I am well aware of what probation means. It's not like I've been told literally like a couple days ago when I moved in here. Yeah, part-timer. Makes a lot of sense. Makes sense that you're screaming at a part-timer to get to bed. I mean, I guess that's the best excuse you could come up with on the fly, but like, still. Alright, we're gonna save just in case we die tomorrow, because tomorrow there is one fight that is particularly hard and we could die if we don't play it right. But let's hope that does not happen. I think we get another Velvet Dream here as well with Igor and the twins and that. Now that we have a persona, we've actually awakened, they'll probably tell us about more shite. Yes, celebrate our reunion, Igor. I'm so happy to see you again. Yeah, was dearly missing you, you know. Well, there kind of is a need to understand it all, because I could literally die tomorrow. Or literally any day I head into the demon world, I could just be killed. Well, wonderful. We've just been reminded again that we're probably gonna die. Alright, we're gonna hear the demon world referred to as palaces a lot. That's the sort of actual term for the places we go. Like, Kamoshida's castle is actually his palace. And like, we'll see other villains throughout the game that each have their own palaces, which are all based off like various different locations. Alright, now we're on the next day, where we have more school and some more fights. Pretty sure it's school first this time. Alright, we just get some more conversation about the train accidents. Pretty sure that's something that only gets discussed in like the beginning of the game. I mean, by the time like the middle and the end of the game comes around, there's much more threatening things than just train accidents. Oh yeah, that girl with the red ribbon that these guys are talking about right now, she was not in the original Persona 5, she was a new addition to Royal. She's the new girl, and she will be relevant in about, like, maybe 6 months time. Actually, we do make friends with her a lot earlier than that, but it's only about maybe 6 months from now where we really get to see her real storyline. But yeah, she will be relevant later on. I'm honestly surprised that she just immediately goes up to this guy who she has never spoken to in her life, just to be like, cheers for helping me out on the train. Oh, and once again she asks us if we're from Shujin, clearly looking at us in the Shujin uniform. I've mentioned this way too many times to count, of people just asking us if we're from Shujin, as if we're not standing there looking directly at them in a Shujin uniform. Like, what's the point of wearing a Shujin uniform if you're gonna go to some other school? Alright. Oh yeah, I think we get our first class question here as well. And we've got the very moody teacher here. He hates his job. He's just all round moody, and as a result the kids hate his guts. I wonder how that divorce is going. Yeah, we do get these class questions right now, and there's loads more to come throughout the game. I actually forgot what the answer to the first question was. Oh god, I don't know. It's alright. It's alright if we get this wrong. Yeah, we did. But it's fine. We would have gotten knowledge points if we got that right, but it's not that big of a loss. We'll probably get another question in a couple days. They're not rare. And I'm pretty sure it's only one knowledge point that you get anyway. So you don't have to get them all right, but it would be nice to get as many right as you can, so that you can just get free knowledge points throughout the day. Jesus, he says that we have no room for criminals in school or society, just as a quote-unquote criminal is sitting right there. And I put criminal in quotation marks because he did nothing. Here he carries around a knife. Well, he does carry around a knife in the metaverse, the demon world. Don't know if he carries one around in school. Oh, we have the nonce again, hitting on girls. Classic speciality. Hitting on girls. And Arn has to do a photo shoot for modelling and shit. Am I the only one who thinks Kamoshida's chin looks like a sad face? Has anyone seen Kamoshida's chin and just... he either looks very sad or very mad. Wait, he's talking about Joker's criminal record when he's literally standing right there. He can probably hear you. He probably knows anyway. And Kamoshida's really mad that Arn did not take his advances, because she is smart. And now we meet up with Ryuji, and we're gonna get to go back to the palace very soon, after having a chat with Ryuji about how crazy the castle is and all that. Alright, so they're thinking of retracing their steps back to the castle. Keep in mind, on the first day of the battles when we found the castle, keep in mind they took the exact steps to get to school, and the school is what became the castle. So that's not going to be a good idea. And we're going to watch them just walk in circles for like hours and hours and hours on end. And look, they arrive just at the school. I wonder what time it is. I wonder what time school ends for these guys, and how much time they've spent just walking around in circles. And look, they go back and forth again, and arrive back at the school. Oh, it's definitely not smaller than you think it is. It's massive. Right. Very slow to think of the idea of checking on like Google Maps or something. Right, now they start thinking of the app that Joker literally cannot delete, and that's the app that gets us into the demon world in the first place. Snatch. Mate, you're saying you're a genius. It took you like what? God knows how long to think of that. It took you 2 laps there and back from the school to figure it out. But now we're on our way to the castle, and we're gonna get a lot more fights and some investigation on like the nature of the castle. Yeah, Ryuji's very jealous of Joker's outfit. It's looking hella spiffy with that coat or whatever. And there's the cat from yesterday as well. He's going to be with us throughout all the fights of the day. Yeah, Morgana's explaining all the metaverse and cognition and shit, and how this castle is how Kamoshida sees the school, and all the kids are slaves and they all love him and shit. There's a for real from Ryuji. There's gonna be a lot of those throughout the whole game. It's like a catchphrase of his, just for real. Who knows, maybe he does hear you. Maybe he's gonna come out here and kill you right now. Because he can definitely do that. but he chooses not to until the boss fight, which is in like just over a week from now, maybe. Honestly, depends. We can choose to fight the boss whenever we want within like a certain time range, because by the time we get to the boss fight, we'll have free time, so we actually get to choose how to manage our time. And Morgana tells us to not barge through the entrance. Thank you very much for the advice, Morgana. Definitely wasn't thinking of blowing this castle to the ground. Actually, to be fair, we did come up with that idea yesterday when we were in the castle. We thought we could blow up the castle. It's not gonna work. Maybe if you get like a crazy good persona with like Megidolion skill or something. But there's no way in hell we're gonna get that in the first palace. Heck, we might not even get it by the end of the game. And if we do, it will be at the end of the game. Right, now we're in the palace and we're going to get some fights very soon. But we gotta follow the cat first and go wherever the hell he's going. Occasionally there will be points where we just sort of see double between the school and the castle and that. Especially if we're in a safe room that we'll get to see later. And we're going back down to the prison. And we got a first look at the stealth mechanics and ambushing enemies and that. Basically got to keep ourselves hidden and get the first strike on the enemy by getting an ambush. And it will give us the first turn in the fight, and if the enemy is able to ambush us, they'll get the first turn. There's another for real from Ryuji. Morgana's just repeating what I've just said, the whole ambush enemies thing. Alright, we just gotta wait for him to be in like a good range and wait for him to turn around. Could probably hide behind this box maybe. Alright, now's the time. Can't remember what enemy this is. Oh, it's just a single Pyrojack. We don't need to use magic against this guy. Well, Morgana will, actually. We can't control Morgana yet. We'll get to do that later on. But for now, he'll just do whatever he wants. And because the Jack-o'-lantern's weak to his magic, he'll use it. Joker's gone up to level 4. That's sweet. Fantastic job, Ryuji. You have just alerted a bunch of guards who could have killed you, considering you do not have a persona yet. Alright, now this is the safe room I was talking about earlier. the enemies will not get us in here, and we can save our game here. Yeah, it's also in the save rooms where we'll see double the most. But yeah, this is how Kamoshida sees the school. As literally his own castle, he's the king, everyone else is basically just a slave. And we don't get mention of any of the other teachers in the school, or what he thinks about them. But we definitely get a lot of visuals, we'll call them, on what he thinks about most of the kids. All lovely, entertaining stuff. Alright, Morgana's saying he's a human. Lies. Complete lies. Absolute lies. He is not a human. He is a cat, will forever be a cat. And will... yeah, he will just live out his entire life as a cat. At least he's gonna be a cute cat. Alright, I think these guys' waffling session is over, and we get to save the game, and I'm definitely gonna do that, because, Ryuji brought the gun. Yeah, that gun's gonna become very useful in the castle, because even though it's a toy gun, it works in the demon world. And we'll get a gun tutorial fight later on. And Ryuji's also given us some medicine as well, so we have 4 of those now. So we got 3 on the first day of the fights. Okay, now we can save the game and get out. And we definitely need to save right now, because I think I mentioned this yesterday just before I went to bed, but there is a tough fight coming up, and we could die if we don't play it right, so gotta be very careful. Okay, we are back a couple days later. I've had to re-record this part, but hopefully we'll still get some surprises. Alright, now we've gotta just get out of the safe room. Alright, now we hear some guards talking about how they're torturing people in the training hall.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, we gotta head to the training hall and investigate the tortures and that.
Oh, there's a guard on duty here. The way to the training hall should be just beyond those bars.
So, what are we gonna do? Do we gotta fight it?
Seems like it.
Precisely.
Just don't let it notice you beforehand. If it does, the palace's security level will rise.
Here's another important mechanic about palaces and the stealth. Every time you get noticed by an enemy, the palace will become harder to explore, and we'll get a lot more fights, which
and what do we do
can
if
get
that
pretty
happens?
tough if we're in a bad
Well,
situation.
the security level will go back down if we can beat more enemies without getting noticed.
And
That
just as
sounds,
Morgana said, we can ambush
complicated.
enemies to
Fine.
make the level
I'll put together
go
some
back
info
down.
about the security level. This is crucial to successful palace infiltration. So make sure you actually read
That
it,
is
okay?
true. Alright, now this enemy right here, is really hard to ambush because his movement patterns are really weird. He almost spotted us there as well. Right, now's the time.
Show me your true form.
Alright,
Come.
Alright, these guys aren't weak to any magic that we have, so we'll use the physical attacks. Alright,
Let's go.
guess they're targeting the cat
Go
then.
down.
Right, she's still alive. Alright, these guys are weak, but the damage is definitely adding up.
Ravage them.
Finish it.
One more hit on the key.
Sona. Go down.
And
Nice
start the
work,
fight's
team.
over. And Persona's level up too.
Okay.
Stats will be better. Alright, we're gonna heal up Morgana quick. And we're gonna use the healing move that he has on himself. And we don't need to heal up Joker just yet. He's not getting desperate though, so... yeah. Alright, now this is the door that leads to the training hall. Oh, wait, we're not actually there yet, but we'll get a couple more tutorials before we get there. And we'll get the gun tutorial here.
Hey, have you
So
seen
we'll be
anyone
able to
who looks
use
like
a
an
gun.
intruder? No, nobody yet.
Shoot. I had a feeling there would be a lot of enemies. It'd be impossible to dodge all of them.
Then what do we do? Should we try and take him down like before?
It's not that simple. We still have a long way to go, so we should be conserving energy.
I see. Sorry. Damn it. I wish I could fight. I'd at least be able to help out a little bit. But all I got is this toy from earlier. Such a loser.
Huh? Do you mean that gun?
Yeah, it looks real and all, but it doesn't shoot anything.
I see. Well, there is a way. Okay, we'll use that to take down the enemies.
What? Were you listening to me? It don't even shoot pellets.
Oh, it will. It definitely will.
Don't worry, I'm sure this'll work. Attack away, frizzy hair.
Dude, I keep saying it's not gonna fire anything.
Good, Ryuji. Good.
You have the gun with you, right? Point it at a shadow and fire.
Alright, now we get our first look at gun type attacks. Gun is sort of like a different version of physical. And the two are very similar. Like, gun magic will cost HP just like physical. But they're separate types. And most of the time, more enemies are weak to gun than
How
physical.
about that? Surprised?
And especially in the early game,
Plenty of instances
this
where
gun will
rapid
be
fire's
very
going to be more
useful
than swinging your
to
knife.
just mow down enemies with. A lot of the
you
weaker
can run out of
enemies
ammo,
will
but using it
die
all does
from
more
just
good than letting
non-stop
it go.
bullets. So we're going to be using that a lot in the beginning of the game. And there's also a lot of enemies
show
that are
you my
weak to
weapon
gun
too.
in the first palace. And Morgana's gun is a slingshot, which is somehow just as powerful as an actual gun. Even though I'm pretty sure it shoots like... Wait, I don't actually know what the slingshot shoots. Does it shoot like rocks or
For real?
bouncy balls or something? Whatever it is, it's apparently strong enough to be as strong as a bullet.
Listen to this.
But we do have limited ammo in the gun as well. It will come back every fight, but for some of the longer fights we'll have to manage our ammo a bit. The thing is, it wasn't like that in the original Persona 5.
Let's get them.
In the original, we had like you saw how Joker's gun had 8 bullets in it.
Our ammo's replenished.
In the original
Go on,
Persona
dump it
5,
into the enemy.
that was a lot more than that. That was like 16 or 24 or something. But that 16 or 24 was all you got throughout the entire palace. So you had to manage it a lot. And none of it ever came back until you left. So I'd say they buffed the gun a lot in this game. Especially considering you could just mow down enemies with it without a care.
Nice.
Hmm? Alright, now we get to control Morgana now as well. We get to decide what we do with him, and this is probably the easiest decision I'll ever make in the whole game. We need to control Morgana, because let's just say the AI isn't the best. Sometimes it will make very questionable decisions, and that could literally cost me my life. So, it will also especially help in fights that require some strategy. I'll be able to more carefully craft my own way of winning the fights, and I won't have to leave most of the damage that the team does up to an AI.
What do you want to do?
So we're going to give Morgana direct commands. Right. There's an enemy right around this corner, I'm pretty sure. I made the mistake in a previous playthrough of just running around this corner without a care, and the enemy was right there, and I got ambushed and nearly died, so that was trouble.
Show me your
but
true
I'm
form.
not going to do that again.
Now's our chance to
Alright,
strike.
even though Morgana has the weakness of these guys, we don't need to use it. We can just spray them with the guns, and then Morgana seems to have 5.
Yeah! Victory!
Yeah, each team member's gun has different amounts of ammo as well.
Okay.
They all have different properties and strengths and that. And there's nice variety between team members. And if we turn the corner here, we'll get one more tutorial
Guard. I'm
before
pretty
the
sure that's where we need to be
training
going
hall.
too.
You guys gonna take it down again?
I guess that's our only choice. But wait, this might be a good time. Okay, I've decided. I'm gonna teach you two a special way to fight enemies. Something like that. Let's go. Listen, there's a distinct flow to battles. Let me show you. After all, seeing is something.
It's believing, Morgana.
First, knock down all the enemies. Everything starts at that crucial step.
Persona!
Just gotta hit the weakness.
Ravage them!
All right. Now rush on in for an all-out attack.
Now, if we knock down all the enemies, if we heal their weaknesses and they all fall down, we get to do this. We get to absolutely cave in their skulls. And that is very likely to finish the fight
That went
then
really
and there.
well. You're
Especially
definitely
if you're
fit for
dealing
this.
with weaker enemies.
What was that super
See, that right
move
there
thing
was
you
called
just
an
did?
all-out attack.
I told you, it's called an all-out attack.
And it's
If
basically
you
a
manage
killing
to knock all the
machine.
enemies down, You might be able
The only
to
enemies
use it
that
to
will
beat them
survive
all
it
at
are like
once.
really strong
Yeah,
enemies.
that was over quick.
It's a concentrated attack on defenseless enemies,
And
after all.
we get to
Now, as I
choose
mentioned
when
before,
we use
I
that,
want you
as
to be the
long
head of
as
our
the
command.
enemies
You can decide when we
are
use this.
knocked down. And it's basically a choice between using an all-out attack or not going for one in favor of the extra turn that you would usually get
Strike the enemy's weakness,
from
knock them all down,
knocking the
then do an
weakness.
all-out attack. That's the ideal pattern.
And there's certain situations where we won't want to use an all-out attack. There are some times where we'll just want to take the extra turn and we could actually get more damage off that way.
Yes!
Or there's an option that we'll get to do later on, which will be very important in getting new personas. Because Arsene is not our only persona. Well, he is our only persona right now, but we'll be able to get more. And now we're at the training hall. We're just gonna investigate all the torturing and bloody murder that's going on down here. Are those like metal poles? What are those like stick things that the guards are beating with? They look like
How
metal
many times
poles.
do I have to tell you to keep your voice down?
Those aren't the actual students though. They're just figments of
But this is
the
beyond
nonce's
messed up.
imagination. It's how he sees the kids. He sees them as slaves to just be
How do
beaten
I
to death.
open this? Stop it!
Leave us alone. It's useless.
Huh? If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys. You're telling me you want to stay in a place like this?
Wait a minute. Were you planning on taking these guys out of here?
We can't just leave them here.
How stupid can
See,
you
it's
be?
moments like that. It shows Ryuji's a
What?
really good guy. He's
These
just like
are only
Joker, he just got
humans in
screwed
Kamoshida's
over by everyone
cognition.
around him.
They aren't real humans that have entered from reality. They're different from you two.
Cognition?
It means there's no point in saving them. They're different from the real ones in the real world. You could say that these are extremely similar looking dolls.
Hell? Why's it gotta be so complicated? So the school's a castle and the students are slaves. It's so on point that it makes me laugh.
That's what we're
This
gonna
really
see
is
in these
the side of that
palaces.
asshole's
It's
head.
very accurate. It's taken to the extreme, but
Still, this is horrible.
it's to the same effect.
It
It
must mean he
works.
treats them as slaves in the real world too.
In the real world, too? Wait, I know these guys. They're members of the volleyball team, the one Kamoshida coaches for.
They must be physically abused every day. There's no way they'd be so beat up normally.
Don't tell me they're going through similar shit in reality?
Most likely. I mean, this proves that Kamoshida thinks of them as slaves.
So it might be for real.
It's
I heard that
definitely
Kamoshida's
for
using
real,
physical punishment.
Ryuji.
They're just rumors, but if they're true, wouldn't this be something to report to the
Basically
police?
now.
I'll use these guys as evidence. If it all goes well, we can take down that asshole Kamoshida. Huh? It's not working. We can use the navigation app, but the camera's a no-go?
A navigation app?
That's what we used to come here. What about yours?
Whatever you do is fine, but we're gonna get caught if we stand around like this. We need to head back.
Hang on a sec. There's no other way. I'll just memorize their faces before going home. Let's go!
Alright, now what we gotta do is just sort of check all the cells around here and watch more torture and abuse. Spiked treadmills. How fast is that treadmill going? Like, they're moving their legs really fast constantly. I'm not sure if it's humanly possible to keep up speed for that long. Well, it's probably possible. Someone's probably done it, but like, we don't know how long they've been on there.
Come on, man.
Alright, there's
What are
a
your thoughts?
very difficult fight coming up. So, we need to be careful. Alright, we're gonna leave the training hall and get to Ryuji's awakening fight, where he's gonna join our team, he's gonna get a persona, and he's gonna fight with us.
Yes!
Let's go.
And security is high, very high. Wait, did Morgana just do a backflip? These guys are looking around for guards and Morgana has time to just pop a backflip.
Oh, man.
Smooth moves, Morgana.
This way!
Right, so the plan is to just leave the palace for right now, but we're gonna get stopped.
Ugh, you knaves again? To think you'd make the same mistake again. You're hopeless.
The school ain't your castle. I've memorized their faces real good. You're going down.
It seems it's true when they say barking dogs seldom bite. How far the star runner of the track team has fallen.
What the hell are you getting at?
I speak of the track trader who acted in violence, ending his teammates' dreams. Oh, I can
He ain't
only
that
imagine
evil.
the pain of the others who were dragged under with
He isn't even evil, he's a good
selfish
guy.
act. What a surprise. So you're accompanying him without knowing anything at all. He betrayed his teammates and crushed their hopes. Yet he still carries on as carefree as ever.
That's not true.
What a tragedy. You blindly trusted this fool, and he's led you right to your death. Hurry up and dispose of them. I can't stand their stench.
God damn it.
Alright, this right
Ryuji,
here
no.
is not really much of a fight, but more like an interactive cutscene.
We're surrounded.
This fight doesn't end with an actual winner. It's more like we're just surrounded by these Bicon things and we get some brief battle-like things and we're almost dead or something. Yeah, there's no point in fighting them, it's gonna end soon. Just defend.
There's more of them? This is bad. Failure!
Can't be.
We're not dead, don't worry. They're gonna sort of hold us, and once we're about to die, Ryuji's gonna get a persona, and we're going to get to the actual fight. And Kamoshida steps on Morgana,
I bet
and
you simply
the
came here
guard
on a whim
steps
and
on
ended up
Joker.
like this, isn't that right?
I don't think they're into that, Kamoshida.
No.
You may be into
What a
getting
worthless
stepped on,
piece
but I
of
don't
trash.
think
Getting
Morgana or
emotional
Joker
so quickly.
are into getting stepped
How
on.
dare you
They
raise
seem a
your
lot
hand
more
at me.
normal.
Though it was only
Well, actually, I
temporary. Have you
don't know what
forgotten
Joker
my
does in his
kindness
spare
in
time.
supervising track
He
practice?
might really
Wasn't no
enjoy
practice,
himself
it
right
was
now.
physical abuse.
I'm
You just
gonna
didn't like our
assume
team.
that Joker's a normal human being and isn't
Nothing but
into
an
this.
eyesore. The only one who needs to achieve results is me. That coach who got fired was hopeless too. Had he not opposed me with a sound argument, I would have settled it with only breaking his star's leg.
What?
Do you need me to deal with your other leg too? The school will call it self-defense anyway.
Damn it. Am I gonna lose again? Not only can I not run anymore, the track team is gone too because of this asshole.
So that's why.
Once these two are dealt with, you're next.
Ryuji!
now we're gonna get Ryuji. He's gonna
You're right.
spit some
Everything that was
facts,
important to me
the
was taken by
nonce,
him.
and
never get
he
him
will get a
back.
persona.
Stay there and watch. Look on as these hopeless scum die for nothing because they sided with trash like you.
No, that's what you are. All you think about is using people. You're the real scumbag, Kamoshida!
What are you doing? Silence him!
Stop looking down on me with that stupid smile on your face!
Best line in the game.
You made me
Just
wait
so pure and amazing. Alright, now we watch Ryuji have a mental breakdown. Very similar to Joker's before he got a persona. And Ryuji's gonna get his own spiffy outfit. He's gonna get a mask and a persona.
I am thou. There is no turning back. The skull of rebellion is your flag henceforth!
What can you do? Cower in fear and watch.
Right on. What's up, Persona? This effing rocks! Now that I got this power, it's time for payback! Yo, I'm ready. Bring it!
Don't mock me, you brat!
Alright, now we get Ryuji's awakening fight.
Blast him away, Captain!
And this is definitely the hardest fight we're gonna get in a while. We need a very specific strategy if we want to make it out alive.
What troublemakers that
And
bother
it
King Kamoshida
involves the
with
bicorns that this
rifle
guy is about to summon.
Kamoshida's cognition ain't changing, right? And I'll act like the troublemaker I am. Let's do this, Captain Kid!
Yeah, he summoned some of the bicorns from earlier. And those bicorns are weak to Ryuji's electric magic on his persona. So we're going to knock him down, use the egg return, knock the other one down. And then, even though the captain isn't weak to electric, we're going to use the final electric on him as part of the strategy I have in mind. Now, the plan is target the captain, because once the captain dies, the fight is over. Now, I don't know if I want to take a bit of a risk here. I don't know if I want to defend with Joker or not. Yeah, I reckon we just defend with Joker, because if the enemies all target Joker, he will die, and the game will be over for us. I mean, so far they're going for Ryuji. Well, there's one here on Joker.
Hey, you have to hang on, okay?
Yeah. That's why. Actually, I think I've just put myself in an even worse spot.
Let's go.
Nice.
There.
Gotta hope that... Oh, will Morgana's wind do it? Will Morgana's wind finish the fight? Well, we'll have to see. Oh my god, you're joking.
Too slow.
Nice one.
Alright, at least Joker dodged. Alright.
Your help. Can you get some breathing room?
Oh, we're cutting it close. We are cutting it damn close. Alright, this will end the fight. Oh, I almost messed that up so bad.
of the glorious King Kamoshida.
I mean, Ryuji died and Morgana and Joker almost did. We got down to 20 HP.
Have I lost?
Well, at least we came out alive. doesn't matter that we were close to dying, at least we didn't. Alright, and now Ryuji has become one of the boys.
How about that?
Whoa. So, Ryuji had the potential too.
Even if you apologize now, I ain't forgiving you.
I told you that this is my castle. It seems you still don't understand.
Oh, we understand you perfectly clear, nonce. We just don't give a shit.
What? Takamaki?
Oh yeah, Arn from
What a
like, yeah, from school. Arn from school.
What's going on?
We saw how the nonce was chatting up Arn. This is the girl he lured into his car. This is how he sees Arn. He thinks that Arn loves him very much. And
Now's not the time
yeah,
for that. Damn it.
Kamoshida
Takamaki here.
has fantasies about Arn, just like this.
Hey, let go of her, you perv.
How many times must I tell you until you understand? This is my castle, a place in which I can do whatever I want. Everyone wishes to be loved by me.
If only that was true.
That is, everyone besides slow-witted thieves like you.
Takamaki, say something.
It's not the real
Calm
one.
down, Ryuji. It seems that girl isn't the real one. She's the same as those slaves. A being made from Kamoshida's cognition of her.
Are you jealous? Well, I'm not
Joker
surprised.
just said he was.
Women aren't drawn to problematic punks like you.
Listen, you give Joker like,
Damn it.
I don't know, maybe
Clean them up this instant.
until like maybe like near the end of the game,
We're
he'll have a
outnumbered.
girlfriend. Trust me.
Let's scram before we get surrounded.
We're not gonna do anything and just run?
Thank God you've got a level head.
Fine. We'll expose what you really are no matter what. You better be ready for us.
I was beginning to get bored of torturing the ones here. Come at me whenever you want, if you don't care about your life.
Ignore him. Let's go!
Anyways, I don't remember changing into this. Should I be happy about that? And again,
Considering it was a compliment, then
it ain't as
yeah,
bad
go
as
ahead.
yours.
Did you find them?
Okay, that was just a low blow, man.
Quiet.
No. Search that way.
So what's going on? I'm completely lost, man.
I told you before, when a Persona user opposes a palace's ruler and becomes a threat to them, this happens. It's to prevent you from being affected by distortions.
Is this a skull?
Your appearance reflects your inner self. It's the rebel that slumbers within. Not that you'll get it.
Nope.
Then stop asking questions and accept what you see for what it is.
Easy for you to say. Wait, we're in deep shit!
I said to be quiet!
We might have gotten away here, but we're still screwed with Kamoshida at the real school.
That's quite sharp of you. For being an idiot. Relax. The Kamoshida in reality can't possibly know about what happens here. A shadow is the true self that is suppressed. A side of one's personality they don't want to see.
So, we're okay?
Did the Kamoshida in reality remember about the execution? There you have it.
Alright. Now that we know that, all we gotta do is...
Wait. I guided you as promised. It's your turn to cooperate with me. That's why I was super nice about teaching you idiots everything.
Huh? Cooperate?
Don't you remember? I originally came here for an investigation. I need to erase the distortion from my body and regain my real form. That's why we must delve deep into mementos and...
Morgana's waffling.
Whoa, hold up. What are
He's
you going
gonna
on and
start
on about?
waffling.
We never said anything about helping you out.
Don't tell me. Are you not going to repay the hospitality I showed you? Especially you. You're going to up and leave, even though you're already part of my master plan?
What is this master plan that he's on about? Well, I mean, I know what the plan is. I've played this game
because I'm not
before.
human? Because I'm like a cat? Is that why you're making a fool of me?
We're busy. Thanks for everything, Cat. You got guts being a cat and all. See you around.
Hey! What the hell? Oh, seriously? Why are you wrapping this up like everything's all hunky-dory? Oh, hell no! Get back here!
Is Morgana trying to sound very threatening with his tiny, stubby arms and very tiny paws?
Welcome back.
And that's it for
Thank
fighting
God.
for the day.
We're back. Yeah, I dragged you around a lot, huh? Ugh, sorry, man. I'm dead tired. How you holding up? Me too. Man, I'm gonna sleep like a rock when I get home. But damn, if what we saw was for real, oh, this is gonna get good. I totally remember the faces of the guys Kamoshida was treating like slaves. Once we make him fess up to any physical abuse, Kamoshida will be done. So, wanna help me look for those guys or any witnesses? Now that's what I'm talking
Alright,
about!
Ryuji's planning to investigate the
Hey, so
students who
if
are
you're thinking of laying low 'cause you got a
being beaten
record,
and nonced
I
on
don't think that'll
by
help.
Kamoshida.
Everyone already knows.
And that's what we're going to be doing for the
Totally got
next
you
few
pegged as a criminal.
days. We're not going to be heading back into the demon world until the 15th. And for the 13th and 14th, we'll be investigating throughout the school.
Kamoshida opened his damn mouth.
And apparently the nonce is the one that snitched about Joker's record too.
No one else besides a teacher could have leaked it that fast. It doesn't matter if it's a student or a club. That asshole just wrecks things he doesn't agree with. Just like he did with me. No one will take anything I say seriously. Still, those rumors about him getting physical might be real. And after seeing Kamoshida's distorted heart thing in person, there's no way I can just sit back. I'm counting on you. Don't worry, I'm hyped about this too.
Right, there's another important mechanic coming up. We get our first social link with Ryuji right now. And social links are gonna be very important throughout the whole game. They're like sort of bond ranks with other people throughout the game. And we'll get introduced to more and more
would have been more efficient
as we
alone.
play.
You could have gone about it that way.
I think we'll get a
However,
few
you
more
did not.
confidants
There are
just
merits
as the
to
game
having
goes on.
associates.
For
That's
today,
what you decided.
Ryuji's the
Am I
first one we
wrong?
get, and then I think we get Igor in our dreams tonight,
I am thou.
and then
Thou
Morgana
art, it
a
shall
couple
become
days
the
later.
the birth of the chariot persona.
But by
I have
hanging out
obtained the
with these social links, we can increase their rank, which will give us benefits in fighting. And Ryuji's at rank 1 right now, and he can go all the way to rank 10.
Oh, right.
And since
Haven't eaten
Ryuji is
anything
one of
since
the
lunch.
social links
It'd be
that
weird splitting off
directly
now.
fights with
So why don't
us
we grab a bite somewhere?
in the palaces, some of his benefits are fighting techniques. And we get to hang out with him right now, actually.
Meat, man. Just follow me. I mean, I totally gotta hear about your past. What? The hell, man? How much shittier can that asshole get?
That's what happens when you tell Ryuji about your backstory.
Are you for real? If it was me, I wouldn't calm down until I punched that dick in the face.
Go on,
So, you left
Ryuji.
your hometown and you're living here now, huh?
Well, you'll get to punch him in the face eventually.
Huh. We might be more alike than I originally thought. I don't got a record like you do. I mean, that's not the point. I guess it's how we're treated like a pain in the ass by the people around us. Like we don't belong. I did something stupid at school before, too. The place you're living now is in Yongen, right? It's rush hour on the subways. I suggest you kill some time before heading home. What the hell, man? You barely touched your food. Just let me do it. I gotta thank you for helping me. Anyways, I got your back like you got mine from tomorrow on. As long as we do something about Kamoshida, I'm sure we'll both feel better about being at school. Oh yeah! Tell me your number. Oh, chat ID too.
And we're gonna get Ryuji's number as well. And we get texts throughout the game, sometimes for requests.
We're gonna start right away tomorrow.
Most of the time we get
First,
texts
let's hit up those guys
asking
that were
to
kept
hang out
slaves.
with social links
The volleyball rally's tomorrow, huh?
when we get free time.
Shit's recommended by Kamoshida. Makes me want to get.
Yeah, checking our
But
texts will
thanks to
be
that, we got
pretty
no classes in
important throughout the
afternoon,
game.
and we can walk around unnoticed. Well, I guess we can work out the details tomorrow. Come on, you gotta eat more. There's tons of ginger here. So, about this plan to take down Kamoshida.
Yeah, so loud that the whole world can hear you, Ryuji. Probably the nonce himself can hear about your plan to kill him. Well, we don't kill him. Alright, now we just get a bit of insight on An and her best friend Shiho, who Kamoshida loves to punch in the face.
I
And
haven't been sleeping well lately.
everywhere else on her body, he
Whenever
probably punches
I
her
close
as
my
well.
eyes, I keep thinking about too many things.
Shiho.
Nationals are coming up soon, so I keep thinking, should someone like me really be on the starting lineup?
Don't worry. Just be confident in yourself. Your skills have been recognized. It's all because you work harder than anyone else.
Yeah, volleyball's all I have after all.
More importantly,
That
was
sucks.
that injury okay? It looked really swollen.
Yeah, perfectly
No, it's
fine.
nothing. It's
Kamoshida
normal.
punched me in the face.
Especially since a meet's coming up.
Absolutely normal.
Sorry to interrupt, Suzui.
That's one of
Mr.
the other kids who
Kamoshida told me to
Kamoshida
get you.
abuses.
Huh? What does he want?
He wants
He
to
didn't
beat
say.
your ass. That's what he wants.
It'll be fine. I bet it's a meeting about the starting lineup or something.
Oh, you wish, Aunt.
Yeah,
He probably has a belt there, just waiting for her.
well, I better go.
Yep. Good luck.
Hang in there, Shiho.
Alright, now we get home.
You're home. I take it you actually went to school today?
Precisely.
I guess you learned your lesson after what happened yesterday. As long
Or
as
we
you're not
decided to
getting
go
in
to the
trouble,
demon
it's
world
fine by
after
me.
school this time.
I don't know what you've been up to, but trust me, you'll be gone if you start causing problems. In
You've
case
told
you
me this
forgot, your
about
life is not a
32
free one
times.
right now.
And we got our first text from Ryuji. No, we can't see a text. Ryuji, what do you want about?
Are you even listening to me?
Why should I?
Just stay away from bad influences, okay?
Ain't gonna happen.
Hey, I'm gonna head home for the night. I'll lock the store up. Don't go wandering out.
How am I supposed to go wandering out if you're gonna lock the place up? Alright, yeah, we get to save now, so that's where I'm gonna end the episode off. This one is a bit longer than I probably would have hoped, but I wanted to get Ryuji's awakening fight in, and there was a lot of cutscenes after that as well. So this is just the earliest point I could save after, so this is going to be a bit longer of an episode, and it's probably going to take a bit longer to come out. But anyway, back to that announcement I was gonna mention at the end of the video. Now, before I make the announcement, just a bit about my upload schedule. So my parents, they're in 2 separate houses, and it's all fine, but I am not able to record at Mum's because the PS4 is at Dad's, and there's no way in hell we're gonna grab the entire PS4 and take it between houses. It's just not gonna work. So what I do is I try to get a video out every day I'm at Dad's. That won't always be possible, but most of the time when I'm at Dad's there will be a video coming out. But here's the important part. Because my mum's starting a new job soon, she's going to be working for a few days. So I'm going to be at Dad's for 4 days straight, and that means 4 days straight of videos. And on the Saturday, which is today, filming right now, we're going to get this episode. And then on Sunday I'm going to make the summary video. And then on Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be playing a different game for the next video. And I'm not going to reveal what game it is until Monday. I'm just going to say that it is a game that I have on PS4. But I'm going to start expanding to new games as well as Persona 5 to get the content out there a lot more. So that's the announcement. That's all I've wanted to say. Cheers to you all for watching and supporting. Love to see you here. See you all later.